The book of Genesis introduces us to Esau, a man forever marked by a single life-altering event. He was the eldest son of Isaac, the heir apparent to a divine promise. Yet in a moment of weakness, he traded his birthright for a bowl of stew. This impulsive act set in motion a chain of events that would shape Esau's destiny and that of his descendants. Esau, often depicted as a rugged outdoorsman, became a symbol of the consequences of rash decisions. His story, though rooted in antiquity, resonates even today, reminding us of the enduring power of choices. In the heart of the Bible, nestled among stories of patriarchs and prophets, lies the genealogy of Esau. Recorded in Genesis chapter 36, this account provides a detailed chronicle of Esau's descendants, tracing their lineage through multiple generations. More than just a list of names, this genealogy offers a glimpse into the lives and times of a people who inhabited the margins of the biblical world. We learn of their marriages, their migrations, and their struggles for power and influence. The biblical account of Esau's lineage serves as a bridge between the familiar narrative of the patriarchs and the broader history of the ancient Near East. It introduces us to the Edomites, a people who would play a significant role in the political and cultural landscape of the region. Through the lens of this genealogy, we can begin to understand the complex relationship between the Israelites, descendants of Jacob, and the Edomites, descendants of his twin brother Esau. It is a relationship marked by both kinship and rivalry, echoing through the pages of the Bible. Esau, the man of the field, found himself bound to the traditions of his family when it came to marriage. Like his father and grandfather before him, he sought wives from among the local inhabitants of Canaan. His choices, however, would create tension within his family and have lasting consequences for his descendants. Esau took 3 wives, Adah, Aholibamah, and Basemath. Adah and Aholibamah were Hittite and Hivite women respectively, while Basemath was a descendant of Ishmael, Abraham's son. These intertribal marriages, though common in that era, were met with disapproval by Isaac and Rebekah, who worried about the influence these foreign women might have on their son and future generations. Despite his parents' concerns, Esau remained devoted to his wives. Each one bore him sons, solidifying their places within his family. Adah gave birth to Eliphaz, Basemath to Reuel, and Aholibamah to Jush, Jalam, and Korah. These 5 sons would become the progenitors of the Edomite tribes, their names forever etched in the biblical narrative. As Esau's family grew, so too did their flocks and herds. The land that had once comfortably accommodated Isaac's household now strained under the weight of 2 families and their extensive possessions. The bleating of sheep and the lowing of cattle filled the air, a testament to their prosperity, but also a growing source of friction. The fertile pastures and watering holes of Canaan were becoming increasingly scarce, unable to sustain the combined herds of Esau and Jacob. Disagreements arose between their shepherds, escalating into full-blown disputes. The once unbreakable bond between the twins, strained by the birthright incident, began to fray even further. Amidst the growing tension, a practical reality settled in. The land could not support both brothers and their burgeoning families. A difficult decision had to be made. One brother would need to find a new home, a new land where his family could thrive. Section 3. Seeds of Division. The weight of responsibility fell on Esau. As the elder brother, he was expected to make way for Jacob, the heir to the covenant blessings. Perhaps sensing the echoes of the birthright bargain he had made years earlier, Esau chose not to contest this expectation. He would seek a new destiny for himself and his family. It was a decision fraught with emotional weight. Leaving Canaan meant turning his back on the land of his forefathers, the place where his family had dwelled for generations. Yet, it also presented an opportunity, a chance to forge a new path and establish a distinct identity for his descendants. And so Esau gathered his wives, his sons, and all that he possessed, and journeyed eastward, away from his brother and the land of Canaan. He ventured towards the rugged mountains of Seir, a land known for its harsh beauty and unforgiving terrain. It was there, in the shadow of those ancient peaks, that Esau would lay the foundations for the nation of Edom. Section 1. Journey to Seir. Esau's caravan must have been a sight to behold as it snaked its way across the ancient landscape. Flocks of sheep and goats, their bleating echoing across the hills, were herded by Esau's men. Camels laden with tents, provisions, and the accumulated wealth of a lifetime plodded onward. At the heart of it all rode Esau, his wives and his sons, their faces turned towards the rising sun and the uncertain future that awaited them. The journey to Seir was long and arduous. The land east of Canaan was a harsh mistress, a parched and unforgiving expanse of rocky plateaus, deep canyons, and windswept deserts. The sun beat down mercilessly, turning the sand to fire and testing the limits of human endurance. Yet Esau and his family pressed onward, their determination fueled by necessity and the hope of a new beginning. Along the way, they would have encountered other nomadic tribes, some friendly, others wary of these newcomers. There would have been moments of fear and uncertainty, times when the challenges seemed insurmountable. But through it all, Esau's leadership held firm, his strength and resilience a source of inspiration for his people. He had traded his birthright for a bowl of stew, but in the crucible of the wilderness he was forging a new legacy for himself and his descendants. Section 2. Land of New Beginnings. The hill country of Seir, rising up from the desert floor like a jagged fortress, must have seemed both daunting and alluring to Esau and his weary travelers. Here, amidst the rugged peaks and narrow valleys, they found refuge from the scorching heat and the relentless winds of the open desert. It was a land of stark beauty, a place where survival demanded strength, cunning, and an intimate knowledge of the land. Unlike the fertile plains of Canaan, Seir offered no easy bounty. Water was scarce, the soil thin and rocky. Yet it was here, in this challenging environment, that Esau's descendants would make their home. They would learn to adapt to the rhythms of the land, to shepherd their flocks on the sparse pastures, and to find sustenance in the hidden oases that dotted the landscape. Over time, the land of Seir would leave its mark on Esau's descendants. The harsh environment would breed in them a sense of hardiness and self-reliance, qualities that would serve them well in the centuries to come. The vastness of the land, with its hidden canyons and soaring peaks, would foster a spirit of independence, a sense of freedom that would come to define the Edomite identity. Section 3. The Edomite Identity. As generations passed, the descendants of Esau, known as the Edomites, carved out a distinct identity for themselves in the rugged landscape of Seir. They were a people shaped by their environment, their character hardened by the challenges of survival in a land where nature offered little respite. The Edomites were renowned for their knowledge of the desert, their skill as hunters and warriors, and their fierce independence. Their origins, rooted in the lineage of Abraham and Isaac, were never forgotten. They retained a strong sense of kinship with the Israelites, their cousins to the west. Yet their history, marked by Esau's loss of the birthright and their exile to the margins of the Promised Land, fostered a complex relationship with their brethren. There was a sense of rivalry, a lingering resentment over what might have been. The Edomites developed a unique culture, influenced by their surroundings and their interactions with neighboring peoples. They built fortified cities, established trade routes through the treacherous mountain passes, and worshipped gods associated with the natural forces that governed their lives. The legacy of Esau, the hunter, the man of the field, lived on in his descendants, shaping their destiny and their place in the ancient world. Section 4. Echoes of Esau. The story of Esau's migration and the rise of the Edomite nation holds a particular resonance within the broader narrative of the Bible. It serves as a reminder that even in the shadow of great events and divine promises, individual choices and historical circumstances, can shape the destiny of entire peoples. Esau's loss, his journey into exile, and the challenges faced by his descendants echo through generations, reminding us of the enduring power of family, legacy, and the enduring human spirit in the face of adversity. Though often relegated to the sidelines of the biblical narrative, the Edomites played a significant role in the political and cultural landscape of the ancient Near East. Their kingdom, strategically located on the crossroads of trade routes connecting Egypt, Mesopotamia, and the Levant, became a force to be reckoned with. They engaged in both alliances and conflicts with their neighbors, their fortunes rising and falling with the tides of history. The legacy of Esau, the man who traded his birthright for a bowl of stew, continued to reverberate through the ages. His descendants, the Edomites, would forever be linked to his fateful decision, their history intertwined with that of their Israelite kin. Their story, one of resilience, adaptation, and the enduring bonds of family, continues to captivate and inspire, offering valuable insights into the complexities of human nature and the enduring power of the past. Section 1. The Rise of Kings. The book of Genesis, in its meticulous record-keeping, introduces us to the lineage of Esau not merely as a family tree, but as a burgeoning nation. We see the Edomites evolve from nomadic herdsmen to a settled people, establishing cities and, eventually, a kingdom. This transition, marked by the emergence of kings, signifies a pivotal moment in Edomite history. The institution of kingship brought with it a new era of centralized power, organized defense, and expanded influence for the Edomites. No longer were they simply a collection of tribes, each vying for resources and dominance. Under the banner of a king, they could unite against common enemies, secure trade routes, and solidify their position in the ancient Near East. The Bible provides a list of 8 Edomite kings who reigned before the rise of the Israelite monarchy. These kings, their names echoing through the corridors of time, represent a period of consolidation and growth for Edom. Each ruler, in his own way, would have contributed to the strengthening of the Edomite state, leaving his mark on the kingdom's evolving identity. Section 2. Chronicles of Edomite Kings. The biblical account of the Edomite kings, though brief, offers tantalizing glimpses into the political landscape of ancient Edom. We learn of Bela, the first king, whose reign marked the formalization of Edomite kingship. His capital city, Dinhabah, likely a bustling center of trade and governance, stands as a testament to the growing power of the Edomite state. The Chronicles then introduce us to Jobab, who ruled from Bozrah, suggesting a possible shift in the seat of power within Edom. Subsequent kings like Husham, Hadad, and Samlah further highlight the dynamic nature of Edomite politics, with rulers emerging from different regions, perhaps reflecting internal power struggles or shifting alliances. One particular king, Hadad, is said to have defeated the Midianites in Moab, showcasing Edomite military might beyond their immediate territory. This victory hints at Edom's growing influence in the region, perhaps even foreshadowing future conflicts and alliances with neighboring kingdoms, including the nascent Israelite state. Section 3. Intrigue and Dynastic Succession. The biblical genealogy of Esau does not shy away from the intricacies of power and succession within the Edomite kingdom. We see kings succeeding one another, sometimes peacefully, other times amidst hints of conflict and intrigue. The recurring name Hadad, appearing as the name of multiple kings, raises questions about dynastic struggles or the possibility of a royal lineage vying to maintain its grip on power. One intriguing detail mentions the downfall of one king, Hadad, at the hands of Bedad's son, also named Hadad. This suggests internal strife, perhaps a usurper challenging the existing power structure and claiming the throne for himself. Such power struggles, common in ancient kingdoms, add a layer of complexity to the narrative, highlighting the precarious nature of rulership. The account also mentions the wives of certain kings, offering a fleeting glimpse into the role of women in Edomite society. Queen Mehetabel, wife of King Hadad, is specifically identified by her lineage, indicating the significance of her family connections and the potential influence she might have wielded within the court. Section 1. Beyond the Throne, the Rule of Chiefs. The biblical account of Esau's descendants doesn't end with the kings of Edom. While kings held sway over the unified kingdom, a different layer of leadership existed within the individual tribes and clans that made up Edomite society. These were the chiefs, men of influence and authority, who governed the daily lives of their people. The chiefs of Edom, their names meticulously listed in Genesis 36, represent a more localized form of governance. They served as intermediaries between the king and the people, ensuring order, resolving disputes, and upholding tribal laws and customs. Their authority, likely rooted in a combination of lineage, wealth, and personal charisma, was essential for maintaining stability within the Edomite social fabric. The Bible provides glimpses into the lives of these chiefs, highlighting their names and their lineage. We encounter names like Teman, Omar, Zepho, and Kenaz, each one representing a branch of Esau's sprawling family tree. These men, bound by blood and shared destiny, would have played pivotal roles in shaping the social, economic, and political landscape of their respective clans. Section 2. A tapestry of power chiefs and their clans. To understand the significance of the Edomite chiefs, we must envision Edomite society as a tapestry woven from numerous threads, each representing a distinct clan. These clans, bound by kinship and shared ancestry, formed the bedrock of Edomite social organization. The chiefs, in essence, were the weavers, ensuring the threads remained strong and interconnected. Each chief was responsible for the well-being of his clan, overseeing matters of land allocation, grazing rights, and the resolution of internal disputes. They likely played a crucial role in organizing defense against raiding parties or rival tribes, rallying their kinsmen to protect their shared interests. Their authority, though subordinate to the king, held immense weight within their respective domains. The chiefs also served as guardians of tradition, ensuring the preservation of ancestral customs, religious practices, and oral histories. They were the living embodiment of Edomite identity, their lineage tracing back to Esau himself, a tangible link to the patriarch who had first led their people into the rugged embrace of Seir. Section 3. Guardians of lineage and law, the chief's duties. The role of a chief in ancient Edom extended far beyond mere administration. They were expected to possess wisdom, courage, and a deep understanding of tribal law and custom. Their decisions, often made in consultation with elders and advisors, carried the weight of precedent, shaping the lives of their kinsmen for generations to come. One of the chief's primary duties was to uphold justice within his clan. Disputes over land, water rights, or inheritance had the potential to escalate into blood feuds, disrupting the delicate balance of tribal life. The chief, acting as a mediator and arbiter, would have been called upon to hear grievances, weigh evidence, and deliver judgments based on established customs and a sense of fairness. The chiefs were also responsible for the economic well-being of their clans. They oversaw the seasonal migrations of flocks, ensuring access to grazing lands and water sources. They likely played a role in regulating trade, both within Edom and with neighboring kingdoms, their decisions impacting the prosperity of their people. Section 1. A legacy etched in stone and story. The legacy of Esau, as recounted in the book of Genesis, is a multifaceted tapestry woven from threads of family, ambition, loss, and resilience. Branded by his impulsive bargain and forever linked to his twin brother Jacob, Esau nevertheless emerges as a figure of enduring fascination. He is both a cautionary tale and an inspiration, reminding us that even amidst setbacks and missed opportunities, one can forge a new path and leave an indelible mark on the world. His descendants, the Edomites, embody this duality. They inherited not only Esau's lineage, but also the complex legacy of his relationship with Jacob and the promise of the covenant. Their story, unfolding in the shadow of their Israelite kin, is one of adaptation, ambition, and the enduring struggle for identity and recognition. The biblical account of Esau's lineage, meticulously preserved across generations, serves as a testament to the enduring power of family and the importance of understanding one's roots. It reminds us that history is not merely a collection of names and dates, but a living narrative, shaped by human choices, both grand and intimate. Section 2. The enduring shadow of a brother's rivalry. The story of Esau and Jacob, forever entwined in the biblical narrative, transcends the boundaries of time and geography. It speaks to the universal themes of sibling rivalry, the complexities of family dynamics, and the enduring consequences of choices made in the crucible of ambition and desire. Esau's loss of the birthright, a pivotal moment in his life and the history of his descendants, serves as a constant reminder of the weight of decisions and the enduring power of destiny. His journey from favored son to exiled patriarch resonates with readers across cultures and generations, prompting reflection on the nature of inheritance, both material and spiritual. The Edomites, forever linked to their Israelite kin through the shared legacy of Abraham and Isaac, navigated a complex relationship marked by both kinship and rivalry. Their interactions, often fraught with tension and conflict, played out on the grand stage of ancient Near Eastern politics, leaving an indelible mark on the historical record. Section 3. Beyond the biblical text. Edom in history and archaeology. The biblical account of Esau and his descendants provides a foundation upon which historians and archaeologists have sought to reconstruct the broader picture of Edomite history and culture. Through the painstaking analysis of ancient texts, inscriptions, and artifacts unearthed from the sands of time, a more nuanced understanding of this ancient kingdom has emerged. Archaeological excavations conducted at sites like Petra, the famed rose-red city carved into the cliffs of Jordan, and Bozrah, a once thriving Edomite capital, have revealed tantalizing glimpses into Edomite society. Pottery shards, remnants of fortifications and palaces, and even fragments of written records offer insights into their daily lives, their artistic sensibilities, and their interactions with neighboring cultures. These discoveries, often corroborating or expanding upon the biblical narrative, highlight the importance of viewing ancient texts through the lens of both faith and critical scholarship. By piecing together the fragments of the past, we gain a deeper appreciation for the richness and complexity of Edomite history and its enduring legacy.